And hello, everybody. Today this is Happenings on the Hill. And yeah, we're just going to talk about everything that's going to be that's happening so far this week. So, as always, joining with me, main man Andre. How are you doing?
What up? What up? I'm chilling. Start of the week again, so trying to get back in the spirit. But other than that, everything's all good.
Yeah. And then right below us, we got Drew. Drew, are you there? That's all right. We will just, work with him and
Might
see
be
what's
having a little
going on
technical
there.
issues.
Yeah, technical difficulties. But Andre, so tell me what's going on, with everything that's going on in Prairie View.
Well, basically what it's time. It's that time of the year where basically everybody's over it. I know me personally, I'm over it. I want the semester to be over with. I'm just waiting to finish all this work, so summer could start and I could get a little refresher from this trash semester, if I do say so myself. But yeah, that's what I've been mostly focused on. We got finals, a lot of projects that we got to do. I don't really have that much like actual tests. It's mostly projects. So that's what I've been really working on right now. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
There you are, Drew. There you are.
Yeah, we're good
Um,
with y'all.
Nothing much. We're just talking about what's going on with with Prairie View and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I don't think really much going on right now. I know Under the Influence is coming up on Thursday, where Sam's talking about they can outdrink PV and out party PV, which I don't think that's gonna happen. But we're gonna see what it's looking like when we on Thursday.
Yes,
Yeah,
another party. How
You got to
great.
go, Worthington.
Listen, I'm not going. Here's the thing. I refuse to go to another party during this coronavirus pandemic because I've realized that these COVID parties, they suck. Here's what happens. If you go to a party, one thing will happen. One, you're going to be late and you're not going to get to experience any of the fun things that happen. And two, you'll get charged an exorbitant amount of money. Then you'll get into the party. Then 2 seconds later, you're going to get kicked out. Both of those things happen to me. I don't want to experience that feeling ever again. Therefore, I will not be going to any more parties this semester. I'll try again, maybe next year, but I think that for me and parties and everything else, it's not. I'm not going anymore. I don't care how fun and how live or how hype it is. It's done. It's over.
so are you
It's,
saying you never going to another party or only during COVID?
I'm saying that COVID parties are over for me. So no more parties for the rest of the semester. I've got classes. I've got homework. I've got assignments. It all piled up. And this week, you've got like what 2 more weeks until finals and all that stuff happens. So I think that for me personally, and maybe this will help a lot more people out there, but right now the last thing you need to be doing is going to parties. And if you got homework and stuff like that, I mean, if you've done all your homework and all your schoolwork and you go with that, go to parties, have fun, have a great time, drink responsibility, all that good stuff. Me, if I was to go to a party, it would just be putting off the inevitable, putting off, homework, other things that I have going on for me. And I just, like I said before, the whole thing about getting charged, $50 for something that you don't even basically get to experience. I felt like I was ripped off, and I have been ripped off. So you, what's the saying? I think George Bush said it. Um, uh, Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. A fool can't get fooled again, or something like that. I'm not getting fooled again. I'm not falling for this whole thing again. I'm not going to go to any more parties. I've learned my lesson. We'll try again next year. That's just gonna how it's gonna be. So y'all have that, and I'll just be in the back, just y'all. That's your thing.
So the usual.
Yeah. So the usual, as in just chilling out in my room. I think that's where people like me need to belong. Staying in our room, making sure that we don't get COVID or anything like that. I could party, but I think I'm more of a one-man party. So I think that's where it needs to be.
Okay. Well, that's how you choose to live your young 20s. Then
It's not how I choose. I don't choose this. I didn't choose this, path for myself. The parties, the way that it happened, I showed up late. I got ripped off. It's not me. I didn't do this to myself. They did this to me. I got ripped off. I got screwed over, okay? I paid $20 for 30 seconds that I will never get back. I didn't even
that's
get
your
into the
fault.
party. What do you
Nobody
mean
told
it's
you to
not?
pay.
What do you mean it's
Nobody
my
told you to pay
fault?
that $20.
What do you mean it's
Nobody
what do you
told you to
mean?
pay that $20. But
Listen,
now you're new
listen.
to
If
this, so I
here here
understand.
here
But you
here
got me
here's the
slick.
here
You
is
got me
the
slick.
thing. Here's the thing. If they knew that they were going to, they said, okay, come in for the last party or something like that. Come in for that. And we were walking. That was the thing. We weren't really in the party. We were walking to get into the party, and then the party was over. It was they were like saying, "Okay, show's over," and I'm like, "What?" And when I went back to the front of the party, like where the guys, were saying, "Okay, here, cash up us and whatnot," they were gone. I didn't see them. I demand a refund, but guess what? There's no refund at a party. You get charged. This isn't like it's not actually run by. I mean, I guess it is run by people who know what they're doing because they scammed me, but it just makes you feel like a certain sort of way that if this was me, and I know that not everybody's me, obviously, because I don't really go to parties and I don't do a lot of things that other college students would be doing. But if this was me and I paid $20, let's break it down. $20. I said that I was in there for 30 seconds. That is 66. That is 60 cents. 66 cents per second that I paid for that experience. And none of it was good. I spent 30 seconds walking,
Mhm.
66 cents a second. That
But
is the
okay, but see,
worst
I feel what
amount
you're
of thing.
saying. I feel what you're saying, but at the same time, I mean, you kind of took that L. Like, you shouldn't have paid that $20. I mean, I know you didn't know, but because again, that's your first time. But at a certain point, if you don't get in there, you gonna sneak your way in there finesse, or you got to dip. And I'm surprised you paid $20 because usually when you come late, they probably gonna try to
Oh,
make it
oh,
up,
oh, oh,
especially
oh.
when you
So,
get
so,
to
so, so
45 and
this
stuff
is
like that.
so this
It's
is a
all
learning
about
lesson.
party etiquette. You know what I'm saying?
Party
If you
etiquette.
don't
They,
know,
they told they
you gonna
told you
stay
that
outside the
if
club
you
and you gonna be
here
hating.
here's the thing.
And
Here's
it's
the
just what
thing.
it's gonna
It,
be.
party etiquette is that you're not the first one to show up. You're the last one to show up because parties don't necessarily start at, say a party starts at 9 a.m. It's not going to start at 9 a.m. It's going to
Mhm.
start later than that.
Right.
And my thing is that, yes, I'm a new person to parties and all that stuff. It's really is. Maybe this was a learning lesson, but I really want those $20 back. Okay, I want that. I want my money back, but I can't because
Absolutely.
it's gone. And I'm saying that for me, if I was in that position, I would do the right thing and give those people back their money because they paid for something a lot more than it was. They paid $20 whenever the original price was $5. They overcharged us, they scalped us, and then they basically, ran off. They didn't give us we paid them for something that we didn't get. We paid for an experience that we didn't get. Maybe a lot of that was on us, but they're like, "Hey, come on in. We're going to be the last ones to be in." They goaded us. They were like, "Yes, we're going to be the last ones in, but you can still experience the party." There was no experiencing the party. The only experience that I've gotten from that is that I know now what it's like to be ripped off. So it really just is a bad taste in my mouth. So
Good.
if anything, it's gotten me to think I will never do that again. At least not for this semester. For at least the rest of the semester, um I'm gonna start off new next semester. New semester, new me, new classes. Hopefully. Speaking of which, have you guys registered for classes and whatnot? Because I haven't. Or y'all are seniors and stuff. Like, Drew, are you a
I
senior?
mean, I need to, but I gotta go with my advisor because, well, like I'm a mass comm major and a African American studies minor, and a lot of the classes that they are, well, that I need to take, because I'm almost done. I only got one. I really only got a couple of classes left. The classes that I
Hmm.
need to take, they're not offering, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to understand why y'all don't have a lot of these classes, knowing that people need them for their curriculum. This isn't no, oh, you could either take this or that. It's you need to take this to get this credit and thing, and y'all don't have it. And this is the
Yeah.
degree plan that they put me on. So I'm not
Hmm.
understanding why these classes are not being offered.
Yeah. Drew, are you graduating this semester or next semester?
It look like I'm gonna be graduating in the fall.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I definitely I haven't even gotten my pin, but like whenever I did look for classes, there are a lot that are there, but for I think in one group me people said there's a lot of classes that aren't there. So I definitely feel for students who are like you in your predicament because you know if you're not, having the classes that you want to take, then you're gonna have to be placed in some, class that you don't even want to take, and it's like that only sets you up for failure. I can relate to that experience last semester. I had to take an accounting class because my mother wanted me to, be, more knowledgeable about my finances. She said, "Yeah, that'll be great," and it wasn't great. It sucked because she's an accountant and she doesn't really like me saying that, but she's an accountant. She wanted me to be knowledgeable about funds and stuff, but that wasn't necessarily the class for me, and so that whole semester was just struggling and trying to get an A, just trying to get a passing grade, and I did, but it was a struggle. So it's like you shouldn't be forced to be in a predicament where you're basically setting yourself up for failure. So I can definitely relate to you there, Andre, and hopefully maybe classes open up a little bit more. Like maybe like right now they're only offering like what they know for that they actually know for the fall, and that maybe between now next week, hopefully that they open up more classes. I mean, it could turn out to be like that. Hopefully it does, so that you and other students who are trying to get their degree plan all straight and settled out won't have to basically be forced to take you know you know, um, physical science or something like that that you don't even want to take, but you kind of have to for the credits and stuff like that.
Yeah. Shoot, well, I know we do got to take a commercial break, but I actually just thought about I got a question that I want to
Mhm.
ask y'all afterwards to get y'all opinion on to see what y'all think about.
Again, go to right to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Prairie View A&M University is about the students. Students don't just come here for the education. They come for the faculty, for the creativity, the camaraderie, an excellent standard of living, and the school spirit. They come here to gain something profound and to give something back. Students come for the tradition of excellence. This is Prairie View A&M University. Our tradition, your opportunity.
COVID-19 has changed how we express our faith and gather to worship.
We all want to get back to how we pray,
How we congregate, how we lift our voices in praise. Now it's time to take the first step that lets us get back to spreading the word without spreading concern.
Before we can safely come together, we need the facts.
As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions.
Should I get it?
Is it safe?
Should I wait?
It's okay to have questions. Now get the facts. Learn more at getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you.
And we are back on Happenings on the Hill. Andre, you said that you had a question for the rest of us?
Okay, yeah. Because we're younger people, and I've been hearing a lot of things more often. And I don't know. To me, it's like a little off. It's a little weird, but especially in times of COVID. So I know one of the main things that, one of the main topics, especially because of COVID, is cleanliness. And like for example, to me, I found it weird that it had to take a pandemic to get people to, like, you know, do the smallest things like washing your hands after, you know, taking a piss or something like that, or even telling people to, like, okay, or, you know, just basic certain things. What I've been hearing a lot more often is, I don't necessarily want to say it's a backlash against the super duper uber cleanly people, but I hear even people saying like, oh, you don't need to brush your teeth every day, or you don't even need to take a shower every day or every couple of days, stuff like that, which to me throws me off, because I'm the type of person, I take like 34 showers a day, period. Look, I just take a shower because I'm more, stuff like that. But I do know a lot of people have different views on it. But I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Because it's something that I never really heard about until recently. And especially in the pandemic when you're supposed to be, you know, cleanly and stuff like that. I don't know. It kind of throws me off. But I don't know. Do y'all feel the same way? Or do y'all have any different opinions on that? Or...
I mean, I guess that, you know, I've definitely like stockpiled up on hand sanitizer. That was definitely a thing. Like I've got like these two big old hand sanitizer things that I'm looking at right now. I definitely did that. Like whenever coming back to, you know, here, that was definitely one of the first things that I put on my list, hand sanitizer. So whenever I'm out and about, make sure I got that stuff just for myself. Maybe somebody else I know needs it. So definitely a lot more cautious about using that stuff to make sure that we're all okay. That make sure if I've got any, you know, even like after simply just touching a door handle, you know, I might just put that stuff on. So I'm definitely I'm definitely noticing that a lot more. Like before I would have been like, touch handle, okay, I'll be fine. But now it's kind of like everything that I touch, you know, you're kind of more mindful of that.
Yeah, I don't know. That is kind of gross, because I remember one time I was in the grocery store and I went to go use the bathroom, and it was an older dude. It was a white dude, and he went to the bathroom behind me. And so when I was done, I'm washing my hands. And as soon as he done, he just walk out the bathroom. Don't even try to wash his hands or nothing. Like, and it's like, it shouldn't take a pandemic for people to understand that you gotta be clean and like have a cleanly mindset. Like, that's just gross. That's the reason why we in the pandemic in the first place. And people don't know how to stay clean and be hygienic. So it's just all of this other stuff. Like, people should have been really just, you know, like like I said, it just shouldn't take no pandemic for y'all to be clean. Like, that's nasty. Y'all gotta take accountability for yourselves and just stay cleanliness. Cleanliness is close to godliness. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, and I feel that. Yeah, and I really asked it because when I feel like, and I'm not gonna say it's like super duper, well, you know, mainstream media ain't gonna talk about, but like even if you go on Twitter, stuff like that, I have a discussion with people, I be just hearing some stuff like it'd be weird, or even sometimes in the news, it's like, and I will say because of the pandemic, it feels like people are tired of having to be super duper like cautious on stuff that they're like overcompensating on, rebelling on like oh, so like they're purposely not finna do this because they don't think it's that big of a deal. Even with some simple like, well, now you could debate on whether you think it's important or not, or something like masks and stuff like that. I even heard what was that? I think his name Tucker Carlson on Fox News. He recently
Yep,
just said if you see people wearing masks, you know,
harass the heck out of them.
harass them. And now whether you believe in that or not, for some people that's a form of their cleanliness and stuff like that. And to see people just like make like a sudden I guess rebellion towards it. I don't know. It's a little weird to me, like, cause those are the type of people, you know, not trying to throw nothing out there. White people, you know, you mostly see them do a lot of stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying that everybody else don't, but when you genuinely notice it, be the white people. Oh, I'm finna go to the bathroom. I'm finna wash my hands. I'm finna do this, that, and third. We like to, you know, do certain things. It's just like, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, you should never, harass people. If anything, like, you know, if like sometimes you see someone in a grocery store, they don't have their mask on, and there are moments like where you think like, maybe I could say something, but typically, speaking, like that person is generally like left alone, and it's just like that's how it is. Even though like now people aren't like required to. I don't know if because like Governor Abbott, had this thing where he said no mask or anything like that. So I don't still know if that applies to grocery stores and other venues and places. But you see those people in stores whenever it was required to wear a mask in the grocery stores, and you just leave them alone. So I think that overall, that you should never like it should work both ways. Like it's kind of like you think in your mind, hey, that person perhaps should know better, but there's nothing wrong with wearing a mask. I mean, it's not as if wearing a mask will somehow increase your chances of getting COVID. It's quite the opposite, as you know Anthony Fauci and all the people have said wearing a mask will help to decrease your chances of getting COVID. So it just comes off as weird to hear person in such a high position, and not high position, but someone who's on in media saying that whenever it's been like this is like what now, a year we've got the vaccine and stuff like that. So I think that honestly, if people aren't taking vaccines and stuff like of that, which I will leave that to what it is. I won't say anything more on that. You kind of have to wear your mask and social distance, do all that stuff where you can, to make sure that because sometimes it's not really about you. It's about making sure that other people are safe. I would honestly feel terrible if I was put in a position where just because I'm not wearing a mask, I affect my parents who are in the older vulnerable age where they are at. So it's kind of like doing your mask. Sorry, not doing your mask, but wearing a mask. It's like the small thing that you could do. And social distancing. That's what something that you can do to help make sure that you're not spreading it or something like that. It's not necessarily about you as much as it is about others around you and being respectful and things like that. So don't harass people. I would say, just try to be mindful and respectful where people are. And that goes for both sides. Just try to be respectful. Like if it comes to that.
Okay. So, do you think it's to? Well, I don't know. Partially, I think it's like what you feel like is what's your definition of cleanliness? Like I brought mass into it, but that was an example. But like, what is your definition of cleanliness? Like some people, if you piss and you don't wash your hands, it's not that big a deal. People don't think germs is that serious, but after a while, there's levels to it. If you let that slide, then another thing slides. But then again, some people don't think it's really dirty or they don't care to. So how do you think it's so weird to say this because even we're old ish, But it'd be grown people who have that mindset. Like, we're not kids. Like, so how do you think is ways to get people to get it in their mind to at least be a little bit more thoughtful in their cleanliness, especially since we're in a pandemic?
I've got one quick answer. Stop watching Fox News. That might be one.
Okay. Well, on that note, I agree with you on that.
What about you, Drew?
You said what? This nigga is stupid. I'm sorry. What did y'all say? I got sidetracked a little bit.
Basically, how would you make grown people be more, not health conscious, but more conscious with their cleanliness, especially during this pandemic?
I mean, they grown. They should already know how to be cleanliness. Ain't that what your mama told you when you was young? Wash your hands before you eat. Do all this. Like, they should have been.
But what if their mama never instilled that into them?
Well, then they need to.
Everybody live differently.
Yeah, everybody do live different. I'll say that. But it's like still at the same time. I mean, it's more than just about being cleanly for other people, but just being cleanly for yourself. Because, there's a lot of diseases and stuff out there. Like, just you want to make sure you keep yourself together, yourself like straight. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand, like, the most important thing in this world should be yourself to you. Like, taking care of your body is a powerful thing. That's something that we all try to strive for, because that takes in the turn of how, like, good living style, good wealth, like, you feel me? You just gotta, I feel like if somebody don't tell them, somebody gonna say something. Like if a grown dude that don't know how to be hygienic want to talk to a female, she go call him out on it quick. So, and it goes vice versa. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to walk in somebody's room and there's clothes all over the place and it's dirty, it's junky. Like, no, you ain't trying to do all that. So it's just a matter of being responsible. It's a responsibility thing, just to be clean for yourself and for those around you, just so you can to do certain shit.
Yeah. So, anyone have any last comments and concerns?
Not like I said every year. I'm just ready for the semester to be over.
Oh, God.
Same. So I guess with that, we'll just end the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you later on this week. And next week, we'll be here, same time, same place, same channel, KPVU-TV on YouTube. And we'll see you on later on this week. Bye.